Leinster and the Sale Sharks. And away we go at the Aviva Stadium. And Leinster, well, they got into a rhythm really early last week against Edinburgh. 2 tries in the opening 9 minutes, and you feel from Sale's perspective, tackles continue to come in. Gibson Park once more, patient from Leinster. Good defence from Sale. It'll need to continue to be there for Gibson Park again, and Harry Byrne had a little dart of his own. After it went Dugdale and almost got a hold of it. Osborne not coming at any great depth, so an easy target for the Sale defence. Better from Sheehan in terms of the angle and the result. Dan Sheehan squirts through when he hit the grass, and over he goes, and Leinster have the opening try. It took 10 minutes to score twice last week. It's taken 10 minutes for them to get on the board this week. They lead it by 5 points to 0.
And then they come back, Osborne takes it into contact, sets up the ruck, and just look at the angle from Sheehan. Comes from an out and in.
Into traffic, but still there. Straight and through again. Nasty White once more, and Leinster don't release. That's a breakdown. And they get the penalty, the Sale Sharks. 16 points last week for George Ford off the tee. Both he and Harry Byrne were perfect. And that is a terrific start to his kicking afternoon off the tee. Good tackle from Dan Dupree to catch Ryan Baird behind the gain line. Gibson Park, and was that knocked forward? Van der Fleer definitely thought that was deliberate.
Yeah, I'm looking at Dupree and he looks guilty. And no doubt he would have had the support on the inside. They could have been in trouble if that had went to hand. It's the right decision, and it's a killer blow for Seal just before half-time.
There's only been one in the competition so far, and that will stay that way at the Aviva Stadium. That will wrap it up. It hasn't been a classic, that is for sure, but Sale Sharks will go to the changing room with a little bit of a spring in their step. Attack the breakdown, but Leinster control the ball. James Ryan runs into McIntyre and co. Harry Byrne, Osborne once again steps back inside, up quickly to make the tackle. It was Ethan Kane. Jerry Kerr in since the 3rd minute of the game when he replaced Usnov. Harry Byrne. Now Leinster find an edge. Ringrose, and then out wide is Ryan Baird, and he puts it back inside. Didn't need to do it. Keenan will take the plaudits, but created by the pass of Harry Byrne.
Questions of whether that went forward. I think it did.
Oh,
we are going to check it now.
We are on a damp enough day where the ball has been hard to handle.
We check it.
We knew it was a knock-on, so we didn't want to try.
Yeah. So still a try, but we check a full play.
Okay. I thought they were going to check whether that went forward, because it looked like it.
Well, let's see what's on this replay, or 3. Tackle coming in from Bamber and from C. McIntyre.
I think it's McIntyre.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say there's much force in it. He is absorbing the contact, but there's still head contact there.
So we've got head contact. It's a full place player, so right. Nothing real aware of danger, but because it's passive and receives the collision. Yellow card for sure. Yellow card for me.
Agree with the facts, Pierre.
Yeah, there is 2 players involved, just a yellow card. Number 1, high tackle, head contact, yellow card.
And Sale Sharks are all sorts of trouble now, down to 13 for a couple of minutes at least.
When you've made as many as you've made, you've got nothing left in the tank sometimes when you have the ball. So George Ford goes to the kicking game, but
backward.
That's a slap down, it's a penalty, yeah.
Offside, we cross the line.
Yeah, and Ryan Baird stuck a hand out to stop it coming back.
Offside.
Wrong side, so penalty, and a cheap penalty to give away when you're 15 against 13.
Pause, please.
Dan Dupree dying to get back into it. He isn't able to get there now, and not surprisingly, George Ford says, I'll take a little bit more time off the clock. We'll get ourselves back up to 14, and hey, we might even add another 3 to it.
Yeah, it's the right decision just to get back into a 1-score game. You see Baird there in at the side. 100% the right call for a penalty there. Came in from the assistant referee on the sideline. Don't say anything wrong. He's kicking well as well.
What I will say is the Sharks need this. So reliable, so often. George Ford delivers again. One of the Sharks players needs attention. We'll go back to that in a moment, because here's Hugo Keenan and Jack Conan, and he's got Ryan Baird, and he's got pace. Head for the corner, Ryan Baird, absolute cracker.
And then they get to an edge, but when this happens, Sale down numbers, down 2 numbers, one guy's down injured. Watch this pass from Conan. Just does enough to interest O'Flaherty. And then O'Flaherty hasn't got the wheels to get out there because of Ryan Baird's pace, but what a ball.
Another try, and you just wonder, would that be that? Harry Byrne. O'Flaherty's well positioned. Had to adjust really well, and did really well.
2, stop. Hold on.
Little signal to say this is going to have ice on it when it comes back down. Hugo Keenan, absolutely magnificent. That is a Lion 15. Here's Harry Byrne. Leinster are going to finish this right here, right now, with Rico. Ioane in, 4th try. And if there was a doubt about which way this one might go, I think it's been dispelled, even with.
Look at this, as you say, comes down, the snow on it, and a brilliant take in the air, and then it's around the corner. Ricky Ioane keeps his width, lots of bodies on the short side, brilliant offload again from Harry Byrne, and Dan Sheehan is going to give that simple pass, and that's another try this week.
A lot of tackling Sale are being asked to do again. Got to be tired bodies out there now, and the gaps will start to appear. Hugo Keenan will look to exploit it. Gibson Park picks it up off his toes into the 22. Ioane will play scrum half. Penny. Opoku Fajour is the one to make the tackle and crucially slow that Leinster ball down. Ioane continues at scrum half. Harry Byrne got the call from Tommy O'Brien. What way will the bounce go? O'Brien's way! Into traffic. And up pops O'Brien. And that's Leinster's 5th try. The call came, the execution was excellent, and Leinster are in cruise control now.
You make your own luck sometimes as well. It's a good call, there is space there, but it's the tap back. I think it's Marius Lowe. And Tommy O'Brien, who works harder than most players on this field.
That's another good carry. Eventually McCarthy gets him down. He's a real handful and gets a hold of the ball. Always makes yards after contact. Sharks looking for something, a big consolation, no doubt, at this point. And it's there for them now, and they're in. Try is scored. Alex Wills is in.
60 minutes of the game. Lovely little interplay. O'Flaherty nearly gets through, and you have to say O'Flaherty's been probably one of the bright sparks for. There's no need to risk anything, is there, from a Leinster perspective? I know the fans want to see tries, but
36 points to 13. 12 games, 3 wins. Just been a frustrating season, not helped, of course, by the injuries.
Yeah, they have had a mega injury list. You think of the Curry twins, Luke Cowan-Dickey, Bevan Rodd, 4 international players there in your pack that haven't been fit for huge chunks of this season. So it is tough for Sale, but it's all about Leinster, isn't it? And that man, Dan Sheehan.
Here goes Dan. He's got pace and a step, and Osborne is there with them, and they're going to finish with a flourish. Leinster are over for try number 6, finished by Osborne, but made by Dan Sheehan.
Oh, it was a peach. And Deegan with the steal in the line out, and Jamie Osborne. People don't think he's got that much gas, but he showed wheels there in the 80th minute. Absolutely knackered. What a poor attempt as a tackle from Sale, but brilliant try, and that's the game, Ryle.
It sure is. Osborne still had some work to do, and he did it well. Got every last. And 6 try Leinster are in to the semi-final of the Investec Champions Cup. Bloodies but victorious Joe McCarthy's side. It was Dan Sheehan in the first half, Hugo Keane, Ryan Bird, Rico Ioane, Tommy O'Brien and Jamie Osborne in the second half.